If you're thinking about moving to Jacksonville, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at homes online. But here's something I see all the time. People get so focused on finding the perfect house that they don't really know what happens once they decide they're ready to actually buy. That can make the whole process feel stressful. So I'm going to walk you through the entire Jacksonville home buying timeline, from the moment you decide to move all the way through to getting the keys to your new home. Along the way, I'll share some tips that can save you time, money, and frustration, especially if you're relocating from another state. I've put together a free Jacksonville home buyers timeline that includes 81 interactive checkpoints to help you stay organized from getting pre-approved all the way through to closing day. If you'd like a copy, you'll find the link in the description below. Before looking at homes, figure out what kind of lifestyle you want. Jacksonville is enormous. In fact, it's the largest city by land area in the continental United States. Living near Jacksonville Beach feels completely different from living in, say, Mandarin or Riverside or Nocatee. Instead of asking, what house do I want? Start by asking, what life do I want? Do you want to be able to walk to restaurants? Need a short commute to Mayo Clinic? Want to launch your boat from your backyard? Need highly rated schools? Or want a golf community? Those answers usually narrow down your search much faster than scrolling through hundreds of listings. If you're still deciding where you want to live, I also put together a free Jacksonville Neighborhood guide that compares many of the most popular areas, and I'll leave it in the link below as well. Next comes financing. Even cash buyers should decide on a comfortable budget before shopping. If you're financing, get pre-approved early. It's one of the smartest things that you can do. Not only will you know your price range, you'll also know what your monthly payments look like before you fall in love with a house. One thing many people relocating to Florida don't think about: monthly payments here can vary quite a bit because of things like property taxes, homeowners insurance, flood insurance, HOA fees, and CDD fees in some newer communities. Two homes with the same purchase price can have very different monthly payments depending on where they're located. That's worth understanding before you start shopping. Once you're pre-approved, it's time to make sure you have the key pieces in place. If you're relocating to Jacksonville, this is also the time to connect with a realtor who understands the area and your goals. We can start narrowing down neighborhoods, create a list of homes that fit what you're looking for, and if you can't be here in person, virtual tours can be incredibly helpful. During those tours, I'll point out things you might not notice from the listing photos, like the feel of the street, the surrounding neighborhood, traffic, nearby amenities, and little details about the home that can make a big difference when you're buying from out of town. Also, one thing that surprises a lot of buyers moving to Florida is how closings work here. In many states, a real estate attorney handles the closing, but Florida is what's known as a title state. So most residential transactions are handled by a title company instead. The title company researches the property's history to make sure there aren't any issues with ownership, coordinates with your lender, prepares the closing documents, handles the transfer of funds, and records the deed once everything is complete. In our area, it's also common for the seller to choose the title company, so that's one less decision you'll usually have to make as a buyer. The important thing is knowing who's handling each part of the process, so everything moves smoothly once you find the right home. Your realtor will keep you informed as the transaction moves along. Now comes the fun part, seeing homes. If you're relocating, try not to judge neighborhoods solely from online photos. Remember, a neighborhood can feel completely different in person. Drive it at different times of the day. Check the traffic. Visit nearby grocery stores. Look at the parks. If you're considering waterfront property, pay attention to things buyers often overlook, like how high is the dock? Is there a boat lift? How deep is the water? How long does it take to reach the Intracoastal or the St. Johns River? Those details matter far more than the pretty photos. Once you find the right home, we'll look at recent comparable sales, we'll consider how long the home's been on the market, and we'll evaluate the competition. Sometimes asking price is appropriate. Sometimes there's room for negotiation. Sometimes we negotiate on repairs, closing costs, or even closing dates instead of the price. Every situation is different. Once your offer is accepted, you're under contract, and congratulations. Now the real work begins, and it's important to keep up with timelines. This is where several important things happen roughly at the same time. Your inspections, your appraisal if you're financing, your loan moves through underwriting, insurance is finalized, the title company begins their work. This is also when emotions can run high. Don't panic if paperwork seems overwhelming. That is completely normal. There are a lot of moving parts happening behind the scenes. If you're buying an older home in Jacksonville, pay close attention to things like the roof age, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical systems. If you're buying waterfront, pay attention to bulkheads or seawalls, and docks deserve extra attention because repairs can be expensive. As you get closer to closing, avoid making major financial changes. Don't buy furniture, don't finance a new vehicle, don't open new credit cards. Lenders often do one final review before closing. Keeping everything stable helps avoid unnecessary delays. Usually within a day or so before closing, you'll do one final walkthrough. This isn't another inspection. It's simply making sure the home is in the agreed condition and any negotiated repairs have been completed. Closing day is surprisingly anticlimactic. You'll sign what feels like a mountain of paperwork, most of which is from your lender to do with your mortgage. Funds are then transferred, the deed is recorded, and then you get the keys. Welcome to Jacksonville. Now comes the exciting part, finding your favorite coffee shop, discovering local parks, trying all the amazing restaurants, learning the shortcuts around town, watching dolphins if you're lucky enough to live near the water. Jacksonville starts feeling less like a place you move to and more like home. I hope walking through the timeline has made the process feel a little less intimidating. If you'd like something you can actually print out and check off as you go along, I've created a free buyer's timeline checklist, and you'll find that linked below. And if you're still deciding where to live, don't forget to download my Jacksonville Neighborhood Guide as well. It compares many of the most popular areas to help you narrow down your search before you even start touring homes. If you found this helpful, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. Every week I share practical information to help make relocating to Jacksonville a little easier. And as always, I thank you so much for watching.